Hello everybody and welcome back to Toons Reviews Film. Today we are going to be discussing Halloween Kills, the sequel to 2018's Halloween. So if you're all interested in seeing what I have to say about that film, keep it tuned. In 2018, Halloween had come out by David Gordon Green, and this is the sequel, Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends will be next, so this is the middle film, and it very much feels like a middle film. Halloween Kills picks up where Halloween left off, where Laurie Strode was running off, gallivanting, away from the fire that Michael Myers was left in with her granddaughter and daughter, and she's screaming, "You have to kill him," as the firefighters are going to go and put out the fire. So she's making her way to a hospital, which is, again, actually where she spends most of her time, is in the hospital, so we don't really see much of Laurie Strode. She's just, dealing with her wounds and whatnot, which I actually think is a very smart thing to include. It's a very realistic approach. Not that we have to talk about realism when it comes to a man that can't die when you shoot or stab or set him on fire, but it is, nonetheless, an interesting concept. So in Halloween Kills, we see a lot of killing. The title does not lie. I got everything I wanted out of a Halloween film, to be very honest. I know that this film has been very divisive in the sense that people either love it or hate it, and I would fall in the category of just being someone that wasn't let down by it whatsoever, and I had pure enjoyment while viewing it. If you go into this movie with the expectation that you're gonna have some quick little fun nods to the original Halloween, and such a cool way to where they show these flashback scenes that look like they're straight up shot in the 70s. The aesthetic, the atmosphere, very on point. It's not overdone, it's not cheesy. It's actually very, very well executed, I think. That element mixed with old characters that would have been affected in the original Halloween, basically banding together to go chase down the boogeyman and kill Michael Myers, which also touches on some social issues that we have going on in today, where there's this element of mob mentality that goes after the wrong person. And I won't get into that too much because I want this to be spoiler free, but it's a very interesting and well executed concept, I think, and I don't feel like this film deserved all of the rejection and hatred that it got, because again, if you walk into this film with the expectation that you're gonna see Michael Myers like fuck some shit up, just wreak havoc and do what he does violently, and just carry himself in this very ghostly, supernatural way, that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. There's still mystery revolving around Michael Myers. They don't get into the backstory very much, which could be either annoying or a positive for you. For me, I've always looked at Michael Myers as being, again, like this supernatural being where I don't need an answer other than the fact that, like, he's the boogeyman, right? That's where Rob Zombie's film really lost me. All this like psychological bullshit, we don't need it. The whole point is that he's in a man, he's an entity, and that makes it scarier. Not knowing what his limits are, not knowing the rhyme or reason as to why he's doing what he's doing. If we get a concise conclusion as to why he's violently attacking these people, I think it takes away from the validity of his horror. And I just thoroughly enjoy, this masked, ghostly creature, in a way. He's a man, but it's very clear that he's not a man. He gets shot, he gets stabbed, he gets beaten up, and nothing stops him. He just keeps getting up. In this film, he is attacked by a mob of people. He's shot, he's beaten, he's stabbed, and he still keeps going. So it's very evident that they are going with the supernatural approach rather than it being, a crazed lunatic, child that was born with bad wiring and just a series of unfortunate events. I think that there is a connection that he has with Laurie Strode, but it's gonna either remain unexplained, or they're going to do a very just explanation in the last film where it does still teeter in that realm of not knowing too much detail as to why he's doing what he's doing, and I personally appreciate that. So there is a lot of blood in this film. If you're squeamish, if you don't like that kind of horror, that slasher horror, you're not gonna like this. There's no way. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought that it was a very fun time, and it was a welcomed sequel to Halloween 2018's version. I did feel like maybe there wasn't as much character development in this version, or in the sequel rather than the 2018 version. And the 2018 version of Halloween, I felt like that was a Terminator film. You know, it was very like they're fighting back and they're using weapons and there's this, you know, it's like unstoppable force, kind of like the Terminator. And I really enjoyed that concept. I actually really thoroughly loved that film. And I think that they kept that up in Halloween Kills, and we're going to see more of that. So if you enjoy all of those concepts, I think that you can enjoy this film and just accept it for what it is, as far as it being a fun slasher horror film. So yeah, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10, and I hope you all are able to check it out. And thank you so much for being with me. I'll check you all later. Bye.